Hello everyone. So this is the lecture series on some important MCQs in artificial intelligence. You know that in the last lecture, we have gone through one MCQ with respect to the topic of prologue programming, where we have discussed the if-else statement and a question related to that. So in this lecture series, our motive is to discuss one important topic of artificial intelligence through an important MCQ on that topic. So today's lecture will be focusing on planning graph and a question on the same. So this question's answer will be helpful for you while preparing for the UGC NTA NET examination in computer science, SAT, JET, or any other examination related to this. So let's start discussing today's question. The question is, in artificial intelligence, what is present in the planning graph? Option A, sequence of levels. Option B, literals. Option C, variables. Option D, heuristic estimate. Now, to answer this question, you should know that what is planning graph and what does it actually contain. So let's discuss that. So planning graph definition. Planning graph, before that, you should know layered graph. A layered graph is a graph that has its vertices partitioned into a sequence of layers, and its edges are only permitted to connect vertices between successive layers. So what it means, a layered graph is a graph which has vertices, but they have been partitioned into sequence of layers. Got it? So this means what? Some layers are there, right? Okay, so like this, you know the layers, and these layers being connected through what? Some vertices, right? Sorry, these are the vertices. Now, edges are only permitted to connect vertices between successive layers. So edges will connect only the vertices of the successive layers. Now, this definition of layered graph is clear to you. Then planning graph is what? Planning graph is a layered graph. Do you remember that? Planning graph is a layered graph. Okay. So which the layers of vertices forms an alternating sequence of literals and operators. So this, in this case, an alternating sequence of literals and operators presents, means once we have literal, then we have operators in that way. Okay. So this will of the form L1, O1, L2, O2, L3, OT, like LK, OK, LK plus 1. Right. As I have said that one literal, then we have operators, then literal again, then operator, like that, alternating sequence. Right. Now the edges are defined as to each operator OI belongs to capital OI. A direct edge is matched from each literal, that is precondition of OI. That is, to each literal Li belongs to Li, an edge is made from each operator OI minus 1 belongs to OI minus 1 that has Li as an effect. Now you got it. This sequence is followed. You just remember that this sequence is followed. Right. So let's discuss one more thing now. Let's summarize the points. What we have got. First, we have seen what is our layered graph. Right. Let me clear this. We have seen that what is layered graph, and that we have discussed that planning graph is again a layered graph, where these literals and operators, they are following an alternating sequence. Now let's summarize this fact. So why we use planning graph? We use planning graph to achieve better heuristic estimates and about heuristic and what is heuristic search, this type of things, this type of concepts I have already discussed in my artificial intelligence lectures. You may find this in my playlist of artificial intelligence. Okay, then a solution can also directly be extracted using GraphPlan, then consists of a sequence of levels that correspond to time steps in the plan. Then level 0 is the initial set, and each level consists of a set of literals and a set of actions. You already got it. One literal is there, and then some operator is there. Then literals, all those that could be true at the time step. Okay, depending upon the actions executed at the preceding time step. Then actions, all those actions, or you can say those operations that could have their preconditions satisfied at a time step, depending on which the of the literals actually hold. So these two things important. First, level 0, obviously that is the initial state, and each level you have seen that literals and set of actions are there. So literals means that could be true at the time step depending upon the actions executed at the preceding time step, and actions, all those actions that could have their preconditions satisfied at the time step, depending on which of the literals could actually hold. Got it? Now I suppose that this planning graph, that is a plan graph, is clear to you. What does it contain and how actually it is formed? To remember this diagram, right? So you got it, planning graph as a one kind of layered graph, what it contains literals and actions or operations, right? Now let's come to the question. What question is asking in artificial intelligence, what is present in the planning graph? Now it is very clear to you that planning graph is nothing but a layered graph where some layers or levels are there, that is being successive layers being connected through edges only. So obviously answer will be what? Option A, the best matching option. So our answer is option A. Well guys, I hope that this lecture is now, this question is clear to you, and also the concept on planning graph is also clear to you. So we'll meet in the next lecture with a new concept, with a new MCQ on that. So keep preparing for your UGC and NET examinations. You may comment me for any query or any doubt. So with this, Dr. Dimpo is signing out. We'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.